Hello gamers, and welcome to another Tower of Fantasy video. In this video we will be taking a look at the reason why people don't recommend building a full mono-elemental team, and it's right here. We will talk about how to overcome it and why it is not that relevant. But before we get into the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, it means a lot and it doesn't cost you anything. Back to the topic. So to better understand where I'm coming from, I will start with a little story. I'm mainly focused on the vault element, and last week I had the misfortune of having these modifiers in the wormhole, at which point I thought fair enough, I knew that at some point I'll have a hard time by focusing on one element. But was this really going to stop me? Of course not. So I decided to progress only using King's weapon and have the vault weapons equipped for the stats, charge and utility Nemesis gives. I would have probably been better off using low level Coco's weapon, but I really wanted to attempt doing it with only one weapon. I did so to prove a point to myself, and now hopefully to you. There are a few things that we have to consider here. You might think that you don't have the same stats as a new player, or someone that doesn't spend money on the game, and this is only valid for right now. As we upgrade gear, it becomes more and more expensive to upgrade, and it will start giving diminishing returns. Meaning that in a few weeks, most people will catch up. The problem is that if you decide to invest in multiple sets of weapons and equipment, you'll end up slowing your progression down, and instead of being a few weeks behind the top players, you'll end up being further and further behind. I can't stress this enough, and people didn't take it seriously until recently. It costs a lot of materials to upgrade your weapons, so please, for your own sake, only focus on 3 to 4 weapons. The second thing to consider is that these resistances are not present in the hardest content in game, which is raids, and when you do encounter them, they are only present 1 in 5 rotations in the other content, because they cycle through elements, meaning that you will have a hard time once, but you will have a much easier time for other rotations. The results of all I'm saying can be observed in the footage. Despite having the worst resistance possible for my build, and only using one weapon to deal damage, and having about half the required combat score, I was able to finish level 72 of the wormhole without too much difficulty. In conclusion, I think resistances look very scary, but don't let them scare you into wasting your resources and slowing down your progression. They are not as scary as they seem. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. See you in the next one, adventurers.